45 minutes gone past 6, which means it's time to jump inside the world of business with BusinessExpress. Rotus is in the studio with us. Good morning, Rotus. How you doing?
Good morning, Folu. Good morning, Lagos, and everybody that's...
This BusinessExpress is brought to you by Stanbic IBTC. Now, do remember to communicate with us in the studio this morning. Make sure you use the hashtag BusinessExpress981. Make sure you also send us messages to our WhatsApp number 0981.
Thank you. Our guest from Stanbic is Deji Aluko. Good morning.
Good morning.
Deji's a girl. Deji. I've never ever met a female Deji in my life, and this is I was mentioning that downstairs, and it was very interesting. So Deji, you are a sales trader with Stanbic, is that right?
I am.
No, this Lagos yesterday actually, Deji and I, because I talked to all my guests before we get on there just to get to know them, and you were telling me of your role at Stanbic. Bring us into the world of sales trading. How do you help Stanbic bring in the big bucks? What do you do over there?
A sales trader is the one that actually does all the work to try to bring in as much as possible. So
okay.
What I do is be like the liaison officer between clients, well, mainly international clients, and then the brokers.
Okay.
So in some houses, they are one and same. The traders are also the sales traders, but in Standard Bank, yeah, there has to be like a standardized environment. So there's a sales trader that talks to the international clients,
okay, and
tries to kind of as much flows. When we say flows, we mean trades, as possible, because we earn commission.
Right.
And so what you do is talk to them, show them opportunities in the market, talk to them on new developments, get as much flows, show them block opportunities, and then trade. Nice.
So just to be clear, because Deji is not an equity analyst, so we're not going to be answering questions on what you think about particular stock appreciation and so on. But you do, we'll just have a general chat. So with our discussion today, I do want to tailor this from the perspective of your clients, your international clients, because they're the ones that move our market now. What's it, 60-70% of them, daily average volume, it comes from these guys. So you're talking to market movers. So with the news that we'll be looking at, I guess it would be how that would affect their perception of the market and whether it would move any trades. I haven't done the market update, so let me hop into that real quick. The market was down very marginal yesterday, 0.04%, 40,772 points. Market cap is down to 14.7 trillion naira. We're still up this year by 6.6%, 24 gainers, 18 losers. Deji, I want to get your thoughts on these top 5 gainers yesterday. So Lagos, get this. Our top gainer was Jais Bank. Second place was Owando. Third place, Sky Bank. Fourth place, Sterling Bank. And fifth place, Unity Bank. Deji, do you get any trade requests on any of these top 5 gainers that we've been seeing yesterday?
Not from the international clients. A lot of them prefer to stick with
Tier 1.
Sometimes quality is quality for a reason, and cheap is cheap for a reason. A lot of the things that move these stocks are speculative trading.
Right.
So people come in and say chances of capital appreciation in more of this. So if you buy Jerry's Bank 50 cover, for example,
right,
it moves to 70 cover. You've made some kind of appreciation and you go. So it's easier to move these stocks than to move like guarantee from 45 to like 50 or 55 naira.
Right. So
you can double this in a shorter period of time, and given that yields are getting lower, more speculative interest are coming into the equities market. So it's not surprising that you're seeing these guys in the top 10, and I do not think that you might see the trend change too soon. Okay. So you might see a mix of quality and a mix of the cheaper stocks on top 10, even into the Q2, because people, a lot of local investors are looking for quick wins. Right. You don't want to stay for 3, 4, 4, 6, 4 months before something happens. So some people, we advise stay for 3 to 5 years. Normally, just so that the volatility will not disturb you too much. But of course, if you have chances of making more money in a shorter period of time, you're going to make use of it.
And this, of course, is a bit risky. Yes, speculative trading is. We have a slang, my friends and I. We call it Jijo, which is jump in, jump out.
Yes, because the last, the thing about the last monkey, if you get in at this point in time, it is wrong. But around of course, because of it's been what's called overtraded because of the issues that they had. Right. And then so as a going concern, people are not, well, the challenges, according to what the problem was, has been settled.
Mm-hmm.
And so it means that the business can go on as usual.
Right.
And then it was at 599 or something at that point. So it's just really expected that as soon as the technical suspension was lifted,
then trades would
come
pop.
in.
Yeah.
But internationals are not in.
Internationals are not in. Okay, and it's mostly internationals that you deal with, foreign investors. Okay, you mentioned an update on the brewery sector. Can you give me, because I actually missed this bit of news yesterday, but can you give me some, or give us some insight as to what's happening in breweries with one particular player?
Yeah, especially Heineken. Heineken, I think they sent out trading update for different markets yesterday. For Nigeria, they had said that they expected volume declines in high single digits.
Okay.
Mainly partly because of destocking by distributors. And I think it's a little bit negative for them. They're around 126 now.
Okay.
But because it's surely seen as a quality stock by a lot of investors, both international and local, I'm not sure how much of that news would disturb them in the long term, except it's a sustained volume decline.
Okay.
But unfortunately for them, so on the value segment, they have Goldberg, but Trophy, which is for AB InBev, is the one that is really moving volumes right now. So you do not blame distributors, because you didn't expect that they will stock more products that would end them faster returns. So there's a higher turnaround time for Trophy compared to Goldberg. Even though Trophy even increased their prices and the price is catching up, but they're still seeing that difference.
Okay, and we're of course, with mentioning Heineken, this of course is we're referring to Nigerian breweries here in Nigeria. Yeah. Okay. Any impact on the tax that was announced? The tax on.
It's not going to affect them solely. It's going to affect everybody across the sector.
Okay.
And so if they have more affected by a lot of things, that bigger issues for them than just the tax.
Okay. All right. Cool. Now, let's now go into some of this news. So, just yesterday we have this headline here. I believe this was from this day or Punch. You won't be lucky if oil plunges again. IMF warns Nigeria and others. So the International Monetary Fund has cautioned Nigeria and other oil exporting countries yet to utilize the opportunity created by the prolonged stability, current stability in crude oil prices to reform their economies, saying they would not be so lucky if crude oil prices were to plunge again. This kind of news that pops up whenever the IMF gives forecasts and so on, does that filter in through to your clients? Do they give you a call and say, hey Deji, I'm a little, jittery about what the IMF is saying and so on and so forth? With Nigeria, of course, being that we're supported so much by commodities, what were your thoughts on this story?
I think this is very important, especially because oil is our major revenue earner. And so if you don't have enough FX to cover imports, then there's a big challenge. And so that's why when you have news about our FX reserves, international clients are happy, because it means that when they want to get out of the country, sometimes if there's no much regulatory problem, then they can get their money out freely. If we see oil dip again to the extent it did in recent times, and we haven't fully diversified, we haven't done anything, we've just doubted a lot about diversification.
Right.
There might be a problem. So it's easier for them to just erase the risk of the country, because you don't want your money stuck in certain country and you can't take it out. And so what they try to do is try to sell them, which is what we saw when the last time we had them. Then actually there's no proper policy response. And so it's not a problem for there's a proper policy response, probably depreciation at the right time or appreciation or whatever it is. The policy response has to be good enough for them.
Right.
And so it might be, so this would be something that they will be looking out for.
Okay.
So at least the prospect in the nearest time, some people are saying they're raising the price to about $71 per barrel,
right.
average. Yeah. So I think it's good for us in the short term, but in the long term, we're not going to diversify. And if for any reason there's a crisis in global commodity prices,
we're back in soup.
We're back in soup.
Okay. Speaking of which, of international traders being jittery, have with President Buhari saying that he's going to run again, do you how do you I mean, I know we're still far away from the elections, but usually around this time, around the election time, international investors get kind of nervous and they want to pull their money out. We had I mean, generally 2015's election was smooth, like our station, but what's the feeling now? I mean, have you heard any from nothing yet?
At best, what we had were just passing comments. I think it was not totally unexpected. Maybe what would have been a little bit surprising was if he went out and somebody else unknown came on board.
Okay.
Probably not someone that's popular, probably someone, maybe not even the vice president, who is a very popular person. I probably think that some of them are seeing it as some kind of stabilizing factor anyway.
Okay.
So it means it's continuity in whatever form you want to see, continuity in this kind of economic environment that we have. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing for them, but at least on the point of the continuity, because we haven't seen any viable opposition yet, right?
Right.
Or we don't even know who's going to be the opposition. So I think that, and the risks are not as risky as what we had in the Jonathan Buhari era, where they were thinking of pockets of violence here and there.
Right.
And so because we had a smooth transition at that time, it's expected that it will even be smoother. I think we've laid a good precedent.
Right.
In terms of electioneering, I do not see any big risks.
Cool. So your international investors, it looks like they should be calm and not running out. All right, real quick, UBA projects 50% of their profits contributions from their subsidiaries. So United Bank of Africa expects its operations in 18 other African countries to account for half of its earnings over the next 3 years. Any, from your perspective, you think this kind of news coming in from your clients that are wanting to buy or sell, you think that could, have them say, hey Deji, I like this news, give me some units. How are you seeing this one?
Find me some blocks.
Some blocks, yeah.
No. Good news. I mean, market is moved by information, right? Whether good or bad. So this is projected, expected good news from them. So it means that Nigeria is not the only thing that they're looking at.
Yeah.
I think it may get interest from them. I'm not sure how much of it will pass into flows. But UBA is not one that they do not hold. A lot of them hold the stock.
Okay.
Because for them, if you are going to be in banks and GTP, and then begin to look at Access and the likes of UBA. So for them, but it has to be like a sustainable good news. So it's not something that in the next 3 years, it has to be something that, apart from projection.
Yeah. When
the results now show that this is actually the way it is, then just maybe then you might get more interest in the name.
Okay.
But UBA is not one that they have apathy for. It's a stock that at least is of good interest. Big for yesterday. It traded very well in market. I think one of the highest after FCMB.
Yeah.
International as well on both sides of the stock.
Okay, interesting stuff. I see a message. You have a namesake.
Yeah, there are quite a few of them, Rotus. I have to hold myself. I was like, expand your horizon, bruh. Deji says, yes. My name is Deji. I'm female. I know quite a number of females who answer to that name too. I wonder why it sounds so strange. But hi, namesake, she says. So hello, Deji.
Hi from my Deji, who is okay. Thank you. I didn't know. Again, I need to. Again, as Folu says, I need to expand my horizon.
No, but like me, you get this address yourself.
Yes, when they call email. Yes.
Interesting. So, Folu, how much longer do we have?
25 seconds.
Oh, so we can't even get into these GTB and okay, fine. I'll deal with that. Deji, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us here on BusinessExpress, and hopefully we have you again on the show down the line. See what international investors are thinking about things in the market. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Deji. Thank you very much, Rotus, and thank you, Lagos. Don't forget you can catch up with this just in case. And just go over to our YouTube page, youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos. Coming up next, frankly speaking, with Muyiwa Afolabi, and then at 7:30, bringing down the national stories, including the drama of who stole our mace and then brought it back. Stay with us.
Beyond the headlines.
Who stole the mace?
Country, man.